Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Hard Truth. Thank you so much for watching. I'm wishing you happiness and joy this holiday season. Let's see, I need to give a shout out to Mexico, the UK, Australia, South Africa, Canada, New Zealand, Brazil, Scotland, Germany, France, Switzerland, the Netherlands, Hungary, and all the Slavic countries, and finally, the United States of America. Happy holidays and much love to you all. Today, I want to talk about homicides involving a knife, and more specifically, the time it takes to end a life. How long does it take to assault four people with one knife? Let's find out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, grab that coffee or a nice cup of tea as we begin our story. It's been reported that KG was stabbed over 50 times. So I want to try an experiment to see how long it takes to stab someone 50 times. I'm going to record using this butter knife and a pillow. Okay, well, here it goes. Before we set the stopwatch, let me give the assumptions. The assumptions for this experiment are that all stab wounds are sequential. In other words, they're right after each other. Okay, I'm going to change that in a few minutes, but for right now, this is the assumption. Also, we assume that there's only one perpetrator and only one sharp-edged weapon. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Well, we can take 2 seconds off to account for how long it took me to turn the stopwatch on and off. So let's say this took 42.7 seconds. Now, if someone could be stabbed 50 times in 40 plus seconds, stabbing all four of the victims would take about 170.8 seconds or 2.846 minutes. Now we need to add in the time it took to immediately go to one room and then to the other. So let's say it takes 30 seconds to run up and down a flight of stairs and enter a room. That's another 60 seconds. Now we are at 230.8 seconds or 3.846 minutes. When I think about 3.84 minutes, it means the crime could have been committed in less than 8 or 9 minutes under these conditions. But what if the stabbing wasn't sequential? And what if the victims fought back? Let's add another 45 seconds for each victim that fought back. XK and KG, that's another 90 seconds. So that gives us 5 minutes and 34 minutes if two victims fought back. Now let's say all of them fought back. Let's add another 45 seconds for each victim, all four. That's another 180 seconds or another 3 minutes. So the total time would take 6 minutes, 6.84 minutes. if all four fought back, under these conditions. Now, let's just imagine if there was more than one person. Would it take more time or less time? It would take less time. Our conclusion is that the four homicides could have been committed in 9 minutes. These are very loose figures, and there are other variables to integrate, like how far back the actual killer swung the knife. But on the most general terms, there was enough time. What level of tactical skills would a lone killer have to be able to commit these crimes? Doesn't this really mean that the less time the killer has, the more skills needed to avoid being apprehended? Here's what I believe. I believe the crime could have been committed in 9 minutes, and even that one person could have done it. But I also believe that one person had to have a lot of information about the Idaho Six and about that house. That person either had a gun to guarantee control, or he or she is trained and very confident in the use of the murder weapon. Who would actually plan to do that much damage in 9 minutes? On the subject of the survey, which hopefully, if you haven't had a chance to vote yet, you'll check it out on the community tab. The question was, who is the prosecution's informant? The most popular responses were BF and law enforcement. And I understand the reason BF is the most popular choice is because uh, Ann Taylor subpoenaed her, claiming she had exculpatory evidence for Brian. All right. Why people chose law enforcement is another story. For those who voted that way, do you believe the police were at the house before the 911 call and you saying that? Or is it because you believe law enforcement is involved in the crime?